All right.
Ah,
Oh, we lost Ken. There he is.
gravitational forces.
Just got sucked into a hole, into a gravity well or something. Hello and welcome to week three of the Hastings Fantasy Football League podcast, 2025 edition. My name is Tony. I am not joined by Tim the Commissioner Chamberlain this week as he is out ill. Said he didn't, not feeling well, couldn't speak. He had no voice, so our best to Tim. But helping me hold up the fort here, as always, is Mr. Ken Nicholas.
Ahoy, hoy.
Ahoy, ahoy, Ken. I must say, that is a very nice shirt that you have on.
It's uh it's an exclusive. It's a misprint.
That's
One of the
that's
team's
right.
names is
It's gonna
missing a
be
letter.
that's gonna be very valuable in sometime in the future.
Al Saracen owns one, and as a banker, you know he knows an investment.
That's right. You
Mhm.
too can own a Hastings Fantasy Football League. Um, what the HFFL Champs is what we call that design, and it is a listing of all of the different champions in our fantasy football league, going all the way back to the documented beginning of time, which I believe was 1997. But
We didn't have paper before then.
maybe
Everything was off the books.
even a couple before that time as well. So
I wasn't there, but I'm guessing that Jay Ryan and Nathan took all the notes and kept track of all the scores
yeah,
and let you know if you won or not.
I think at some point Nathan handed over a notebook to Tim, and there was like a formal proceeding. There were candles and paddles and all kinds of crazy stuff. But yes. That is out there for you if you want to go purchase the same shirt that Ken has. You can also get it on a phone case or a shower curtain or a blanket, whatever you want to do. It's out there for you. Just go to my bio site that I include in the email um, that I send out every week. With that being said, let's move on to commission notes. Even though the commissioner is not here today, he did want to pass along that the vote that he put up did fail 7-4 with one person. Um,
Abstaining. Yeah.
oh, it wasn't technically abstaining, just
They
did
didn't
not,
vote.
did
That's an
not vote.
abstention.
Just did not vote.
With the reasons why, unclear. But, you know,
So be it. But yep, that failed 7-4. So I think it's something that he would like to revisit for next year.
yeah, I think if you look at it the lens of should we do it this year, right now, for this
Sure,
season,
sure,
we have clear answer of no.
sure. Yes,
Next year, I think, is murky. I don't think we have an answer to that yet.
right, right. Um, and I think at that point we will also vote on the do we really need two blind bidding days
Yes.
in a row? So
And we should have two defenses.
don't push it, Ken. Don't push it. All right.
Extra kickers.
That was it for Tim's commission notes that he wanted to pass along. Let's move on to the week that was. Game number one was K Sarah Sarah versus We Ain't Found Shit. And I get the victory here 69-64 over Lucky. This was a close one. But it came down to the two Monday night games that were happening, I had a lot of people going in that Monday night in both of those Monday night games. It was kind of weird to see yourself down by like 30 or so going into that Monday night game, but still having like a 98% chance of victory, I think is what it was.
Mhm.
Um, so for Lucky, Jaden Daniels with 13 points, but does get himself injured and banged up a bit. So Lucky's going to have to keep an eye out for that. Chase Brown with seven. Chuba Hubbard with a nice game, 14 points for him. Devontae Adams with 14. Garrett Wilson, though, 4 points for him. And
Bad situation.
yeah, that Jets team looks pretty rough right now. Sam Laporta with two, Harrison Butker with six, and the Eagles defense with four. On his bench, Trevor Lawrence is probably going to be Lucky's quarterback here in the future, um, unless he made a move in free agency, which very well could
We'll
be.
find out.
DeAndre Swift would have been the play over Chase Brown for an extra couple points, and Jalen Waddle would have been the play over Garrett Wilson for a significant number of points. So on the other side, for me, Baker Mayfield scores 15. Ashton Genty, five
Still a
points
rookie.
for him. Still a rookie. Um, Next week, we may have to talk about Panic or Placid for me with Ashton Genty. We'll see how he does here in this next week here, but I'm a little concerned. Christian McCaffrey was 16. Great day for Christian McCaffrey. Gets a touchdown through the air, catches six balls for 52 yards, rushes 13 times for 55. Emeka Ibuka is just fantastic, and I love him to death. Just love him to pieces. 9 points for him against the Texans, four catches, only 29 yards, but one was a touchdown. Targeted seven times, so he's in it. Love it. Lad McConkey with only 4 points. That was kind of disappointing. Brenton Strange with one. I did make the switch out for Brenton Strange because as the week went on, Brock Bowers' status
Yeah, you didn't
murkier and
know it
murkier.
was a Sunday night or was
Yes.
it Monday game? It
Uh,
was a Monday game,
yeah,
wasn't it?
Brock was part of the Monday night game. Yeah.
Yeah, when you have an option here versus the unknown if your player is going to start, you kind of had to make that change.
Yes. I initially thought, oh, yeah, it sounds like Brock's gonna be fine, but then it got just grayer and grayer as the week went on.
Mhm.
Matt Prater, though, fantastic, 13 points. And the Green Bay defense was great with 6 points. On my bench, um, Kayshon Boutte would have been the play over Lad McConkey. Cooper Kupp had 9 points. Cooper, seven catches for 90 yards against the Steelers. That was pretty good. And then Brock Bowers would have been the play over Brenton Strange, but only for an extra 2 points.
Yeah,
So regardless, I get the victory there. I move to 2-0, Ken. I am 2-0 for the first time in a long time.
feels good, don't it?
It does. And K Sarah Sarah is 1-1. Moving on, Baby Billy's Bible Bonkers versus interesting facts about Matt Wallner. And this was a low scoring affair.
Slap fight.
58. Yep, 58 to 52. Um, for Al. Al,
Just
unfortunately,
started everybody else.
yeah, like Justin Fields, 3 points. And then gets hurt, gets concussed. He looks to be out for the immediate future here while he's in the protocol. Um, and then speaking of Panic or Placid, may need to talk about Omari and Hampton as well. 8 carries, 24 yards. Um, Najee Harris was seeing the ball some and
Towards the
actually
end, yeah.
scored more fantasy points than Omari and Hampton did in that game. That's concerning. Kyron Williams was six. Malik Neighbors saves Al's butt here. 24 points from Malik Neighbors in a game that was incredible to watch. If you didn't get a chance to see that, that was just There was not a whole lot of defense being played in that game. Kelvin Ridley with 5. Um, why is Kelvin Ridley in lineups? I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah, got 5 points.
Yeah,
More than some people.
barely. Trey McBride 7, Matt Gay with 5, and the 49ers defense with 5. On his bench, Al picks up Daniel Jones but does not start him. Unfortunate, because Daniel Jones is the hottest quarterback in football right now, it seems like. 16 points for Daniel Jones. Blake Quorum with 11 points. J.K. Dobbins with 13. All of those would have been better than Justin Fields, Omarion Hampton, and Kyron Williams, which is kind of odd for, I mean, like your first three players there, all in red arrows. That's never a good sign. But
Unless you win.
unless you win, for on the other side for J. Ryan, Josh Allen with only 7 points. That was, um, he was 148 yards. There was some concern that he broke his nose there for a while,
Yeah,
but
he's wearing a shield tonight.
that's right. He's wearing the visor tonight. So no touchdowns last week. So obviously no concern there or anything, but yeah, just a down week for Josh Allen, unfortunately for J. Ryan. Travion Henderson with 4 points, 3 carries, 10 yards, and 2 catches for 30 yards. Going forward, Travion Henderson can't be in your starting lineup anymore, right? I mean, I think,
I think you have to ground him until he does better.
yeah, I
I
mean,
wouldn't cut him, but
yeah, you got
he can't play with the big boys right now.
not right now. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt might be a better option, since now he is the number one back, pretty much the clear number one back for
Or
this
Austin.
defense right now. Um, and then Derrick Henry, who had a down day, against the Browns, 11 carries for only 23 yards. Whew, that's less than 2 yards a carry.
Mhm.
That's rough. And then Puka Nacua, though, saves Jay Ryan to make a respectable day, 16 points. Cortland Sutton with 0. He had 1 catch for 6 yards.
Yeah, I bet he wished he had Calvin Ridley.
That's terrible. And then Tucker Kraft, though, a great game for Tucker, 16 points for him. Will Lutz with 4, and the Broncos defense with 3 on his bench. Dak Prescott would have been the play there over Josh Allen. Yeah, right. And George Pickens would have been the play over Derrick Henry. Unlikely. And Jamison Williams would have been the play over Cortland Sutton.
Believable.
A little more believable, although I still think,
Now I would say it's more believable.
yeah. So, Baby Billy's Bible Bonkers goes to 2-0, while Jay Ryan's interesting facts about Matt Wallner move to 1-1. Next game is Jeff versus Ken.
Woo!
Um, Ken,
I was worried.
Jeff, anytime you put up 80 points in our league, that's a very respectable score and is
Well,
gonna,
that Drake May
right?
performance.
Oh, excuse me. If this were a professional podcast, I would edit that out, but
We'll
that's
fix it in post.
no, it's not getting fixed. That's all. For Jeff, 21 points from Drake May. That was fantastic. James Conner, 10. Josh Jacobs, 13. Things are looking great. But then Mike Evans, 5. Ricky Pearsall, 6. Travis Kelce, 6. Cameron Dicker, the kicker, with 8. And the Arizona Cardinals with 11. On his bench, Jared Goff went off.
Wow.
25 points for Jared Goff. But Jeff only could have gotten a 4 point improvement there. So, I mean, interesting note on Jeff's bench. He's got Quinshon Judkins, and Quinshon had 6 points. I mean, his first game, he just signed with Cleveland
They
Like,
just named him the number one running back on the
yeah,
team.
I mean, and he got 10 carries for 61 yards and caught three balls for 10 yards. I
Yeah.
mean, that's pretty encouraging, I guess. Guy barely knows the playbook, but he's out there putting up a decent performance. But you also do have to worry about that, a possible future suspension for Commish.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't be surprised if, lawyers and representations from the representatives from the players union go, it should happen next season, not right now.
that could be, but yeah, it's one of those things that Jeff will have to keep an eye on.
Mm-hmm.
Debo Samuel with 9 points would have been the play over Mike Evans. Um, on the other side, Ken, talk about your team because you had a pretty great day here, 91 total points, and almost everyone but two players in double digits.
Yeah, it's kind of where I should see the double digits from the players who didn't get them versus the players who did. But Bo Nix is back, baby.
Bo
16
Nix.
points.
Yes,
Now, second half could have been improved upon, but hey, 16 points. That's better than 10. That's all I wanted.
for
So
sure.
I'll take it.
Yeah, Bo Nix 16, Jamar Gibbs 15, Bijan with 13. That's a great start. Now, another play for Panic or Placid next week, AJ Brown.
Just,
Oh, yikes, uncomfortable.
well, it's not that he's doing poorly. It's just they've decided we don't need to throw the ball ever, so why bother?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's like until something impacts the run game, it's there's no need to throw it. It works too well.
It works too well. Um, Tedora McMillan with 10. Did he get a touchdown there? Oh no, just
No,
six
all
catches for 100
yardage.
yards. Yeah, that's great.
It's I expect more from him. It's going to
Okay.
be fun.
Kyle Pitts though does Kyle Pitts stuff,
Yeah, better than nothing.
I
Better than
suppose.
my other tight end.
I just find it
Now we get into the
hilarious.
meat and potatoes of my team.
Yeah, every year everyone has their story on why this is the year that Kyle Pitts is going to be great, and every year he's just not. And so, yeah. Brandon Aubrey, 18 points and just kicking like 64-yard field goals and just
Dallas is like
great.
the perfect blend of good enough offense
Yes,
to
yes.
get into field goal range, but
Yep.
bad enough that they can't get into the end zone,
I can't seal the deal. Yeah.
and a defense that's bad enough that they need all the points they can get. So it's like a perfect situation.
Perfect storm. New
We
England
don't want to get sued. Let's not.
and New England with 14 points on
Yeah, that was
great.
totally unexpected, but
Yeah,
I will take it.
that's great.
It all
Under
happened in the fourth quarter of that game because the Patriots were just getting pummeled, weren't they?
yeah.
Or just
I don't think
not
they
pummeled, but it was not an impressive defensive showing until late in the fourth quarter where Miami just kind of collapsed.
Tyler Algier on your bench would have been the play over Bijan, his teammate, of course. Ken,
Yeah,
can't
that was
believe you made that stupid choice.
yeah, woo, crazy me. I mean, if you happen to watch the game, it was like towards the end where they were just Bijan had run himself out at that point.
Sure.
So good, great backup. I'm glad I have him on the roster.
And then Keenan Allen would have been the play over AJ Brown, which
Yeah,
boy,
that's such.
seems like anyone is the play over AJ Brown lately.
Yeah, that's the name being talked about in the locker room.
Yeah. All right, so the Bong Bus moves to 2-0 while who'd you play here? Jeff. Yeah, Jeff moves to 0-2. Next game
It's
is
too bad because it's a good team.
yeah. The big beautiful team versus three ball combo. This was the father-son match.
Wallop.
And there needs to be um there was some elder abuse happening in this game. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Just
you might want to think about who you're going to put in charge of that trust there, Zach.
there was an ass whooping that happened here. The son beats the father here 92 to 44.
Big
Um,
points of the game of the week.
Zach saw last week's game that the Vikings played and started JJ McCarthy for some reason.
You know what? I don't think flipping that for one of his other options was going to solve the problem. I think he
No,
was damned either way.
but um, could have got you 10 more points if you went with Matthew Stafford, or even a couple more with Caleb Williams. Aaron Jones also, he's now on the IR. He got 1 point for Zach. Saquon gets 12 points because that's what Saquon does.
That's all he needs to do.
That's all he needs. Marvin Harrison Jr., 2 points, two catches from. They just haven't figured that out there in Arizona that they need to throw the ball to Marvin Harrison Jr. Terry McLaurin with six, Jake Ferguson seven, Jake Elliott 10, and the Steelers defense with five. On his bench, Caleb Williams would have been the play over JJ McCarthy. Nick Chubb would have been the play over Aaron Jones, and Roma Dunze with a great game,
Yeah,
22 points, would have been the play over Marvin Harrison Jr. Roma
you can keep him
Dunze,
on your bench, Zach.
yeah, Roma Dunze has three touchdowns on the year, 165 yards and 13 catches, and cannot crack Zach's lineup. Might want to think about that. On the other side for Aiden, Patrick Mahomes with a great game, 19 points for him. Travis Etienne continues his really nice year, like a comeback year for him. 14 carries, 71 yards, but does catch two balls, 18 yards, and a touchdown through the air for Travis Etienne. Keon Coleman, though, disappointing 3 points. Justin Jefferson, just a disappointing day there for all of the Vikings, every single one of them. 6 points for him. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 28 points for him.
Wow, game
Nine
ball.
catches, 115 yards, three touchdowns on 11 targets. And then even ran the ball two times, only for 7 yards. So great game for him. Tyler Warren with seven, Cam Little with nine, and the Lions defense with eight. On his bench, Ken W3 would have been the play there over Travis Etienne. Jalen Warren would have been the play over Keon Coleman, and Quentin Johnson, the newly acquired Quentin Johnson, would have been the play over Justin Jefferson. But yeah, that's
Yeah,
not going to happen. Um, Maybe a lot to think about in the future, though, with how the Vikings offense is performing.
and
And
we're gonna need to see a week three.
and honestly, anyone with any Vikings on their roster, I mean, is probably just like, ooh, boy.
Well,
Um,
so the question is, what are we looking forward to
yeah,
in like however long it takes for JJ McCarthy to recover? It's like that time plus another six before he feels comfortable in the position.
yeah. I mean, I guess
Ugh,
there is that, hope that a more veteran presence that Carson Wentz has is going to come in and at least spark some offense. But uh,
yeah. I was reminded today that the Vikings used to have Daniel Jones on the roster.
that's right. Last year.
Oops.
That would look pretty good right now. Um,
My bad.
my bad. All right, so three ball combo moves to 2-0. Aiden's 2-0. And the big beautiful team is definitely not 2-0. They are 0-2, and they are the lowest scoring team in our league right now.
Shame. Shame.
Um, Next up, Shakespearean Al versus Garrick's Scoldgers. Tim gets the victory here, 90 to 66. For Tim, Jalen Hurts scores 11. James Cook, 22. Great game for him. James Cook, only eight, no, 21 rushes for 132 yards and two touchdowns. That is pretty good. Javonte Williams continues to be the surprise of the year. He's got 3 touchdowns so far. Last week, 18 carries, 97 yards and a touchdown, and then he's catching 6 balls for 33 yards. Um, wow, he's back. Jamar Chase with 23,
Wow.
despite Joe Burrow exiting that game.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about him.
And yeah, DK Metcalf 7, David Njoku 3, Chase McLaughlin 2, and the Rams defense was 6. On his bench, Jawan Jennings would have been the only switch out for DK Metcalf. On the other side, for Brian, I mean, he is on the unfortunate side of the Joe Burrow injury here for him. Joe gets 5 points before he leaves the game. Brees Hall with 3. Brees had a really great week 1 and then came crashing down to earth in week 2, along with the rest of the Jets. I mean, all of the Jets were bad in
Yeah,
week 2. Elvin Kamara with 8, T. Higgins 9, CeeDee Lamb 8, Zach Ertz 11,
nice.
Tyler Loop a Doop with 11, and the Ravens defense with 11. On his bench, Sam Darnold would have been the play, and
Who knew?
Brian's gonna have to go with Sam Darnold here moving forward, unless he makes a move in free agency. And then
I
Ramondre,
don't think that's going to be possible.
yeah, Ramondre Stevenson is, say what you want about Ramondre Stevenson, but he is getting the carries there in New England right now. Still only 11 for 54 yards, but he's also involved in the passing game. 5 receptions for 88 yards from Ramondre as well. So, going back to our discussion on Travion Henderson, yeah, that's Ramondre's the guy right now in New England. DJ Moore with 4, Chris Olave 6, Evan Ingram 1, and Evan McPherson. Why am I reading off bench scores? No one cares. Um, Tim gets the victory 90 to 66 over Brian. Shakespearean Al gets his first victory on the year, moves to 1-1, and Garrick Scolders unfortunately moves to 0-2. Next game down is the last game, Shardy Fartenheimer versus Breakfast Clubbing Seals. For Jeremy, really nice first 3 players there. 19 from Lamar Jackson, David Montgomery with 11, Jonathan Taylor with 21. Jackson Smith and Jigba 9. That's respectable. That's great. Um, Brian Thomas Jr., Ken. A lot of talk this week about Brian Thomas Jr. and a lot of concern around BTJ. Week 1, he only had 1 reception for 11 yards, and luckily he rushed one for 9 yards and a touchdown. Um, week 2, he was targeted 12 times and only caught 4 of them for 49 yards.
I did not watch the game, so I don't know if it was him or the quarterback.
He had a big drop
Well,
that
that's not good.
ended the game kind of on a 4th down. He has a hurt wrist apparently, and that would explain maybe why he's dropping some of these passes. Him and Trevor Lawrence just are not in sync. It looks like there was some weird looks between Trevor Lawrence and the new coach. So things are topsy-turvy and a miss there in Jacksonville right now.
Hmm.
Um, Unfortunately. So Hunter Henry with 0 gets shut out. 0 points for Jeremy there. And then Will Reichert with 7 and the Seahawks with 11. On his bench, Tyreek Hill would have been the play over Brian Thomas Jr. 9 points for Tyreek. And Mark Andrews. Oh my God. Jeremy's tight end situation is rough.
It is for most of us.
That's true. That's true. On the other side for Travis, 8 points from Kyler Murray, 14 from Devon A. Chan, Bucky Irving with 9, Nico Collins 9, Drake London 3, TJ Hawkinson. Another one of those Vikings where you're just like, can I even start a Viking right now? 1 point for him.
Peter says no.
Computer says no. Jake Bates with 10 and the Vikings defense with 4 on his bench. Justin Herbert would have been the play. Justin looks great. Um,
Surprised he wasn't out there.
Travis is going to have to maybe consider starting Justin Herbert instead of Kyler Murray. Um,
Yeah, that's done. Done.
done. Rashad White would have been the play over Bucky Irving.
Who knew?
You're not gonna do, but I think that's the second time that he's scored more than Bucky Irving. I'd have to double check that. What did Bucky get in week one? In week one, he got 8 points, and Rashad had, oh, no, he only had 1 point in week. So scratch that.
Yeah,
I didn't say that.
Rashad just had a good game.
Strike that from the record. Yep, one good game. Zay Flowers would have been the play over Drake London for an extra 3 points. So, breakfast clubbing. Well, let's start with on the other side here first. Shardy moves to 1-1, and breakfast clubbing Seals moves to 0-2. And breakfast clubbing Seals is the second lowest point scoring team in our league right now. So, and that is the week that was. Ken, what happened in transactions?
Well, we had a couple. Baker's dozen.
Okay.
Uh, so I may have overspent, but pick up Troy Franklin. Uh,
He was a hot pickup this week. Yeah.
yeah, I liked him.
Mhm.
The waiver wire didn't indicates I didn't need to spend that much, but I got him.
Yeah, you got your guy.
Dropped Demario Douglas.
Hmm.
Now, this next one I'm a little salty about because I bid 17 and was wavering on if I should lower my bid on Franklin to up my bet on Jawan Johnson, who
Yeah.
Al or Tim picked up for 19, dropping the Chiefs defense. Jawan Johnson is like the number 3
Yeah, he's
tight
really
end.
good. He's really good.
Yeah, and the Rattler, he bites.
The Rattler bites.
So yeah, shit's happening in New Orleans.
Okay.
Tony, you pick up Wandell Robinson, which is like mind blowing.
I know.
That we're even thinking about starting Wandell Robinson, let alone rostering him.
I know. He is a different player with
Isn't
Russ.
Russell Wilson like the number one quarterback
I
right
don't know.
now?
I don't know about that,
Yeah.
um,
Well, he's up there. He's up there.
but his targets under Russ are amazing. I mean, he's got 18 targets on the year so far. He had 8 catches for 142 yards and a touchdown in that game with the Cowboys. Yes, I know that that's probably an outlier, but dude is getting targeted much more than he ever did with Daniel Jones as the quarterback or whoever else they were throwing out there,
Yeah.
at quarterback last year for the Giants.
Mm-hmm. Um, Now, this next one, I don't know if Zach grabbed the right running back on Cleveland, but he picked up Dylan Sampson for 10.
I mean,
Um,
sure.
we'll see. It's still an unknown situation out there.
It's just a messy situation that I'm not sure that I want any part of, but with what's out there right now, well, sure.
Mhm. Then Brian for Garrick Soldiers picks up Russell Wilson for 5.
Yeah.
Reasonable. I get it, especially with the Burrow's injury.
Yep.
You want something a little bit more dependable, potentially, than Trevor Lawrence. Then Shardy Fartenheimer picks up Ailmar
Mhm.
for $1, dropping Jaden Reed. Now, Reed, I think, got injured.
Yes, he is broke his collarbone. He's going to be out for a long time. So,
Yeah. And I can't believe I'm doing this. I pick up Bryce Young for $1, dropping Colston
I
Loveland.
mean, this is one of those scenarios where, hey, if you could bid $0, that looks pretty good.
No, no, I'm more upset that I have to bring Bryce Young back onto the team because I just cut him for Aaron Rodgers, who's not looking as hot as he did in week one.
No, certainly not.
Uh,
Yeah.
that's some money down the drain potentially. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Then moving on to Thursday pickups. Tony, you win the Drake Browning award, get 15, dropping Ollie Gordon, who has scored a
Who
touchdown
has
tonight.
just scored a touchdown tonight. Yeah, I noticed that. I was like,
Omnis.
Dude, like had one carry for 8 yards in week two,
Hmm.
and then has so far 6 carries, 20 yards, and a touchdown tonight. That's great.
Yep. And one man's trash is another man's treasure. Al picks up Kishan Boutte for three, dropping Xavier Legette. And then Tony, you pick up Jatavian Sanders from
Yeah.
Carolina for three, dropping Brenton Strange.
He was targeted 9 times last week, 7 catches, 54 yards, in the Panthers game against the Cardinals. So,
Hmm.
he, boy, he has kind of solidified himself as the number one tight end in Carolina, it looks like. So,
Yeah, we'll see what happens there. And then Al kind of rounds us out here. He picks up the Falcons defense, dropping the 49ers. Then he puts Justin Fields on the injured reserve list and picks up Jalen Coker
I
and
think
them's transactions.
any of us who are Vikings fans who watched that game last week were just thinking, why don't I have the Falcons on my team?
Oh, for defense, yeah.
They looked really good on defense. Wow. All right. Let's move on to our free agent game here. Um,
Free agent team did good last week.
the free agent team did really good last week.
That's a
The
little
free agent
embarrassing.
team puts up 68. So Trevor Lawrence scored 14, Kareem Hunt with 4. Our only swing and a miss with Juju Smith-Schuster was 0 points. But Keishon Butte with 6 points, Cedric Tillman with 7, Juwan Johnson with 10, Matt Prater with 13, and the Patriots defense with 14. We really sniffed that out really good last week, didn't we?
Hmm.
Kudos to us. Let's slap each other on the back. Um, and I think for the most part, all of those players are now on someone's team other than Juju Smith-Schuster, I think. So, boy, can we pick them. This week, not going to be as easy. Oh, wait, hold on. So they scored 68 points for the free agent team last week. That score was good enough to beat Zach, Travis, Al, Brian, Lucky, and Jay Ryan. 6 people, half the league. It was better than.
We're taking the free agent team to the playoffs.
All right. Let's go. Ooh, excuse me. Let's go down for this week. Ken, do you have any obvious picks at quarterback?
um, the only one, the Rattler,
You're thinking Spencer Rattler? Who does Spencer Rattler play?
Seattle, or we could look at Mac
Good
Jones.
defense. Well, okay, but is Mac Jones gonna start this week, or
I don't think Brock Purdy's playing this week against Arizona.
is he out? Hold on here. Let's see what the internet says. Uh, Day to day. He had practiced for a second consecutive day
Holding out hope.
with week three status uncertain. Holding out hope, yes.
Well,
But it sounds a little up in the air.
feels like a Brock Bauer situation, and since we have to pick now, I kind of got to go with the Rattler.
Spencer, you want Spencer Rattler?
Okay, our options are C.J. Stroud,
Yeah.
Joe Flacco, Geno Smith, Tyrod Taylor. That is all.
Carson Wentz.
Really? Oh well, I guess he's not on my list here, but yeah, if he's available, I suppose.
No, listen, none of these options are great. I had put down CJ Stroud's name. I think CJ
They're
played.
playing Jacksonville.
Yeah, I mean
Sure, why not?
that seems doable. All right.
Rattler did put up 17 points last week.
You want the Rattler? You know what? Let's go with the Rattler. Is he in here? We gotta have to look him up here. Okay.
Oh, good God. The running back situation is
Yeah,
so
it's
awful.
rough. It's very picked over. I'm not sure what we're gonna do. But I mean, here's people who are at least
Who's
probably
going to see the ball? Like,
yeah,
be
they might,
allowed to touch it?
yes, they might, someone on the sideline may let them hold on to a football at some point during the game. And that's as close as we're gonna get.
Is it Miles Sanders?
Miles Sanders, Woody Marks, and then Cam Akers. I mean, the Vikings signed Cam Akers. Um,
But they just signed him.
but he's been with the Vikings like the last 2 years. He knows the offense. He knows what's up.
I would go with Woody Marks,
Okay.
maybe.
Woody Marks, maybe. I,
I mean, Chubb
I,
didn't look awful.
no, yeah. I am tempted by Cam Akers. I think, like
You
goal
know what?
line.
You gave me the Rattler. Let's go with Akers.
Okay. I think the Vikings are they're very hard up for running backs right
We're
now.
bickering over 0 versus zero point 0.1
Yeah.
points here.
Or you know what? Someone might fumble that we could be into negative point territory. I don't know. All right. Let's talk about flex players here. So just kind of
There's some options.
yeah. So Diami Brown for Jacksonville's out there. Hunter Renfro is out there. Tyquan Thornton is out there for the
I
Chiefs.
like all three of those names.
Okay.
Put them in a bag. Let's take them.
I really had to do some convincing on that.
Those were the three names I was
Oh,
looking at, so
good.
that just made things simpler. I mean, Romeo Dobbs, perhaps, but I think
Eh,
Cleveland's got a stout defense, so I'm just
yeah,
gonna
and
hold off for now.
those Green Bay wide receivers are just like you throw them in a bag and you shake them up and then you throw
Yeah,
them on the table and who knows what's gonna come up. Um, Tight end Brenton Strange. I'm gonna throw that out.
yeah.
What do you think?
Let's do it. Marvel hero.
Doctor Strange, yes.
Hmm.
Kicker. I threw out Spencer Schrader for Indy.
Oh yeah. I mean, Indianapolis, I heard, has not punted once in their
Yeah,
first two games.
incredible.
So he's putting up points regardless.
Up points. And then defensively, I think the Bucks have a good matchup against the poor Jets.
What about Chargers versus Denver? Oh no, the Jets. We got to go with
We
Tampa
gotta
Bay.
go with the Jets, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, who's going to be throwing the ball there?
I have no idea. Oh, it's Tyrod Taylor. That's who's throwing the ball.
The guy who gave Justin Herbert a chance to start in the
That's
NFL.
right. Yep. Who got his lung punctured by Dr. Nick Riviera or whatever.
That's
Um,
great.
all right. So that is our lineup here. Spencer Rattler at QB, Cam Akers at running back, Diami Brown, Hunter Renfro, Tyquan Thornton, Brenton Strange, Spencer Schrader, and the Tampa Bay Bucks defense.
I'm terrified. I think that team could beat everybody in the league right now.
I don't know.
Fear the Rattler.
All right. So let's move on to the week ahead. Um, let's see here. Hey, yeah, stop showing me that. Okay. Starting lineups for next week. Game number one, we ain't found shit versus Baby Billy's Bible Blonkers. This is an epic matchup of our time here. Both of these teams 2-0. Um, who do you like in this one, Ken? It's
Yeah,
almost
look at
a
some
toss.
lineups here.
53 to 52 in the projected points. I
You're
do,
starting Wandale Robinson, huh?
yeah. I mean, I definitely could consider throwing Cooper Cup back out there or Lad McConkey, but Lad's going up against a tough Broncos D though. Um,
True. True.
I don't know. And then I'm gonna have to
I do think
decide.
Al was smart to bench Hampton and put in J.K. Dobbins.
Yes, I agree. Well, we talked about that, yeah, in the beginning. I've got apparently three players that are questionable. I think they'll play, but well, again, Brock Bowers did play last week. He did not play well. You could tell he was affected by the injury.
Al starting Daniel Jones. Could this be the kiss of death?
Yeah, this no, this is
But
how
Al's
it is.
just like, now that I've started you, just go back to being Danny Dimes.
Going back. That would be Al's luck, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Um, I don't
I'm a
know.
little worried for you, Tim.
I
Excuse me, Tony.
I am too. I am too. We'll
Let's
just
hope your running backs remember who they are
we'll have yeah,
and what they were
yes.
drafted to be.
What they were supposed to be. Yeah.
And I think that that stack of Mayfield and Mbuka is great.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to Garrick Scolders versus Fartenheimer. Jeremy is the clear favorite here, but do you think he pulls this one out? He does have Tyreek Hill going tonight. I don't know if Tyreek's really done much. Four
And
catches.
he's starting David Montgomery.
I mean, who would you suggest? You think he should go three wide instead?
I don't know if he's quite ready to give up on Brian Thomas Jr. yet, but he doesn't seem to have.
Yeah, BTJ is on the bench for Jeremy, which I completely understand.
Yeah,
I actually think that
it's a tough one
it's the right lineup, I think.
because I mean I think Brian's got a chance here.
For sure.
The big question is like so T Higgins. It appeared like with Josh Browning in the game, he was heavily targeting Jamar Chase while Burrow spread it around. So
I'm not sure if I would go Russell Wilson against the Chiefs. I would probably go Sam Darnold against the Saints if I were Brian, but that's just me.
hey, you got to chase that high.
Yeah. All right. Next game, Breakfast Clubbing Seals versus Shakespearean Al. Um, Al, no,
Tim.
Tim, damn it, you're throwing me off here. Tim is the favorite by a 6 point spread over Travis, which makes sense. I mean, Travis is one of the lowest scoring teams in our league right now. Travis is insisting on starting Kyler Murray because I don't know why.
Well, to your earlier point, Chargers are playing against a tough Broncos defense.
That is
So
true. That is true. Kyler Murray is playing against the 49ers, though. I mean, not that much
also true. Lessons will be learned.
lessons will be. Devon Chan so far tonight, 6 carries, 35 yards, and 5 catches for 10. So, um, yeah, I think Tim probably does walk away with this one. Next game, the Bong Bus versus the Big Beautiful Team. Ken, the computer says this is a toss up 56-56, but you've got to feel like this is a bye week for you, right?
Yeah, but that's where shit always goes wrong. When you're just like, I should walk all over him. All of a sudden, Nick Chubb's going to be like, you know what? I'm feeling good. I'm just going to run all over this team.
Mm,
And you know what? Bo Nix still hasn't completely proven himself. So
yeah.
this could be a spirited matchup. Plus, okay, the bad penny, AJ Brown. I've been
Yeah.
like wrestling with myself. The same reason I think you had concerns about Lad McConkey about starting Keenan Allen over AJ Brown.
Yeah.
At some point, I'm just like, I gotta trust that Jalen Hurts is going to remember that he wants to throw the ball. That's why he's a quarterback. He
Yeah,
doesn't
I
want to
think
just go out there and tush push all night.
right. I think you've got, I mean,
On
when you
paper,
have
this team should be unstoppable.
when you have a player like AJ Brown, you have to start him, right?
Right.
I get it. I do think Keenan Allen is probably the guy that I would trust the most off of those Chargers to score
Mm-hmm.
if the Chargers are going to score. I don't know if I could extend that to Lad McConkey, but yeah, I think you have the right lineup. But when you have a player player like AJ Brown, you're kind of handcuffed because you're just like, what am I going to do? Not start AJ Brown? That would be.
Well, he was my third draft pick.
Mhm.
And historically, my third draft pick is where shit goes wrong.
Mm.
Uh, Darnell Mooney back in the day.
Okay.
That went horribly wrong. I can't remember the name of the other player who
Wow.
sat out the entire year.
Oh yeah.
Same thing happened to me in 2019. I took Melvin Gordon,
Yeah.
who sat out the entire year. So it's just that draft pick's cursed me. I should just trade it for value next year.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, I think you still get the victory here. But Zach is start got Roma Dunze in the starting lineup.
Yeah, Caleb Williams up against the shitty Cowboy defense,
Yeah,
against the shitty Chicago defense.
I
I
know.
just expect a
It's
lot
possible.
of point scoring.
It's possible. Um, Terry McLaurin, though, he's gonna have the backup quarterback throwing to him. Zach does have Nick Chubb in the starting lineup, which,
Who's out? Who's left?
yeah.
There's no next man up there.
In Houston, Woody Marks, our guy Woody Marks, it would be next man up
Mm-hmm.
in Houston.
Well, I mean on Zach's lineup.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, you'd be thinking, well, unless Zach Charbonnet is going to play, he's questionable right now, or Dylan Sampson. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I get, Dylan Sampson. Okay. So I think, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you're probably going to win, but Zach's team is a little bit better than it has been in previous weeks, I think.
Any
Next
given
game,
Sunday.
three ball combo versus what five Mio worry. I'm hope I'm saying that right, Ken. I hope that's it.
I don't think he cares.
All right. Jeff is
For all we know, he's never said that out loud.
that's right. 57-51 favorite over Aiden. I
Should be a
don't
good matchup.
yeah, I don't think there's any obvious question marks here. Yeah, this is just a solid lineup across the board here. Josh Jacobs is questionable, but he's at least practicing. He had limited practice, but at least he's in there. He's in the mix. Then Tyler Warren for Aiden, who was also limited in practice. So, yeah, this should be a great game. I'm interested to see how this one goes. Last game, it is Jay Ryan versus Lucky. Jay Ryan is the favorite, 61-52 over Lucky. Lucky still has Jaden Daniels in his starting lineup. Now, Jaden Daniels
He also has Trevor Lawrence in his lineup. So I get it. Leave him there and hope for the
in
best.
hope for the best. You gotta believe. Yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe he could start. My guess is no.
I think he really needs that positivity right now.
Um, yeah, and then for Jay Ryan, he's got Josh Allen, who has got two touchdowns so far tonight.
A touchdown,
No, two
I
touchdowns.
believe. Oh, that's right.
These
To
two.
Kincaid and
The
yeah,
other
yeah,
tight end. Yeah.
yeah. Forgot about that little flick.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, J. Ryan's team looks great. He does have Ja'Cory Crosby Merritt in there instead of Travion Henderson. He has taken our notes. And
Yeah, you gotta.
also Cortland Sutton on the bench. George Pickens is going to start for J. Ryan. That one's kind of interesting. Okay, that is the starting lineups for this week. Let's move on to the survivor pool. Ken, did anyone fall out of the survivor pool last week?
Well, with a heavy heart, we say goodbye to Zach.
Oh,
Well, Minnesota let him down,
it's
as
so
they did
hard
all of us.
to say
But
goodbye.
Zach, it was just a little bit more painful.
Yeah. Zach
But
would
everybody else pushed through.
Zach is such a homer. He's got, multiple Vikings on his team. And
Well, he was double cursed.
yeah.
Since he decided to go on a fun outdoor adventure, he forgot to pick his NFL pool
Oh,
lineup.
So he had to pick the
He had to
Vikings.
pick a game from the Sunday night or Monday night options, and or yeah, between Sunday and Monday night. So it wasn't a bad choice out of the three he could have made.
Yeah, I don't know. This week though, since the game has already started, I can say this, but four of us went with the very obvious selection of Buffalo here, even though the Dolphins are putting up a fight so far here tonight, but Buffalo's still winning.
Oh damn! I gotta cheer for the Finns now. I don't like that one bit.
And then in the NFL pool pick'ems,
Mr.
hey,
Norgard,
guess who won weeks 1 and 2?
an impressive 14-14 back-to-back week.
Back to back. Wow.
Yep, won the tiebreaker handily because not only did you have 14 picks, but the other person who could potentially gun against you was Zach, who decided to abstain from choosing this past week. But yeah, you extended your lead.
Yes. And then all of us picked Buffalo tonight.
Yep,
All
all
right.
of us except for Zach.
The Shadow League, just a quick update on the Shadow League. Um, Al took a commanding lead this week. Like he really jumped out far in front of us here. So
He's not that far out.
he is like almost 100 points in front of me. And I'm
Well,
in
in front of you,
I'm in fifth. He's 23 points in front of you.
23 points. That's nothing.
Nothing. Okay. So
That's
yeah,
a Bo Nix,
it is Al in
which I don't
first,
have.
Ken in second, Jeremy in third, Lucky in fourth, me in fifth, Travis in sixth, Jay Ryan in seventh, and Tim holding up the rear with 380.36 points in last place. And that will do it for this week. Any last words, Ken?
Can't think of anything.
Okay. All right. Come prepared.
I took notes.
Okay.
I'm
You
going to
did.
lose
You
them.
know what? I was impressed. You were really prepared for the free agent game this week. I was really impressed.
I opened two browser windows. Life hack for
Multitasking.
you millennials.
Multitasking. Nice job. All right, that's going to do it for us this week. We will talk to you next week. Thanks, everyone. Bye.